Welcome back to Quick Learning Sports. Today we are stepping back from our usual tactical breakdowns to look at the biggest picture possible. How do you turn a sport in India into a thriving empire? Joining us is someone who has had a front row seat to that exact transformation, Chandresh Narayanan. He's a veteran sports journalist, author, broadcaster, and the CEO of Apostrophe Content and Entertainment. With over 2 decades of experience writing for powerhouse institutions like the Times of India, the Indian Express, and managing content for ICC and the IPL since its chaotic, groundbreaking inception in 2008, Chandresh knows exactly how sports media, storytelling, and franchise model builds a massive fan base. He is the author of 75 Years of Indian Sports, Games, Guts, Glory, giving him a rare panoramic view of our entire sporting ecosystem. While he is traditionally known for his incredible work in cricket, he is here today to help us crack the code for Indian football. We are diving deep into the ultimate playbook. What can ISL and I League clubs and specifically Indian football can learn from the massive success of the IPL? Chandresh, welcome to the show. So thank you very much, Chandresh, for joining this podcast. Welcome to this podcast, and I'm really excited to speak with you because as a cricket fan myself, I have played cricket for 26, 27 years, and then I left it. I am also already like very excited to speak with you. But since I have chosen alternate sport, different sports for quite some time, I want to speak with you regarding, the grassroots sports ecosystem in India. But we'll talk about that. But before that, I want to understand what was the first time when you interacted with sport or maybe with cricket and you fell in love with it? Like, what was that story?
Hi, Siddharth. Thanks a lot for having me on your podcast. The first time, obviously, it's in your in the place that you stay, the complex, the locality that you stay, you play. I was a very ordinary cricketer, and that's how you start playing. And we had the opportunity of going out, playing, running, getting hit, getting hurt. And you learned from that. I've got a lot of scars in my body because of my childhood shenanigans. And I think that unfortunately, kids today don't have that opportunity. Though parents keep forcing them into doing stuff, but they still don't have that opportunity to do that. But that really was my initiation into sports, and that it didn't really. And when I was growing up in the 80s, it wasn't really sport wasn't really a profession. It's
Right.
still not a profession. And I think that it was it was a great time to be in because you were out in the open, learning, uh, playing in the heat, sweating, and so on and
Um,
so forth. And you didn't even know that you were comfortably crossing 10,000 steps a day. So that's what it was for me.
right. And which city are we talking about?
I grew up in Bombay, which later became Mumbai.
Right, right. So I think Bombay has great influence of cricket, and then we had great cricketers, of course. Sachin is also from there. So tell me about this. When did you think of making a career into sports, or specifically into cricket, or maybe journalism?
So I, like I said, I was a failed cricketer, and I felt like I had the opportunities, or I underwent some training, but I wasn't good enough. Truth be told. So, and after that, I wanted to get into media space.
Mhm.
Uh, Sports journalism was not the way I thought I will go.
Right.
But I read a lot of cricket books, cricket literature, and history also fascinated me. So it was either going to be something around history or something around sports
Right.
in the media space. So
Mhm.
that's what piqued my interest, and that's how I got into it. And it basically started when I was in college. So in my second year, I started writing for supplements of the Bombay Times. And then what used to happen is that at that time, Bombay Times used to have suburban supplements as well. So I come from a suburb which is called Mulund, and
Mm.
I used to write for the supplement for that particular region. Then there used to be for other suburbs for uh, New Bombay or Navi Mumbai as it is known. So I wrote a lot of campus stuff around that, and then actually it started, and then I wrote. I still remember I wrote a letter to the editor midday, and that sort of got published, and I was
Oh.
very happy. And that was my first real publication as such, a letter to the editor. Not a big deal nowadays.
But
And
at that time, of course, it was a big
Yeah,
deal.
this is 98 that I'm talking about.
Right.
And so, yeah, so that's what got me going. And then obviously I joined Symbiosis in Pune, did my postgrad. I did my internship with Z News and Indian Express in October to December 2000. Then when I went back to Pune, I took a full-time job with the Indian Express in Pune as part of the sports desk. And the best part is that, unlike other things, a newspaper job starts at about 4 p.m. and ends at about 12 p.m., 12 midnight, because you have to edit stories, you have to make the pages and so on and so forth. So it worked well for me. I used to be in college during the day and office during the night. And it's been 25 years since that I've been in media
What a
and
great, yeah.
media related fields or cricket or so on and so forth.
Of course, and what a great journey it has been. I think 25 years is a lot, putting a lot of efforts in the journalism, especially when you say a sport was not a profession at that time, and it still is not. So my next question is, when you say sports is not a profession, still, why do you say that? What is the underlying logic and the data behind it? Is it just because the cricket, I mean, India has a lot of cricket fan base. Is it just because of that, or is it something else that you have seen over the 25 years?
I think the biggest myth in India is that India is cricket driven. I think India is not cricket driven. India is only cricketer driven. That's
Hmm.
number one.
Oh,
Number two is that why I say sport is not a profession, it's because of the way it is run. The way it is run is that we seem to think in India the solution for sports in India is to get sports persons to run it. No, you come from a tech space. Would they
right.
allow somebody who likes to be on their phone to be the CEO of a tech firm, who loves to be on the CEO? No, he has to be qualified to run that job,
Right. Right.
isn't he? So what you need is that sport has to be run like a profession.
Mhm.
World over, sport is run like a profession. You
Like a
have
business.
qualified. Yeah, it is a business.
Yep.
You have qualified. What are the IPL franchises? They are all businesses with
Right.
CEOs and qualified people. And one reason why India is lagging behind the sport is not because of anything else, only and only because of the way sport is run. And there
Mhm.
is a historical context to it. Because before independence, the zamindars and the Rai Bahadurs and the princes used to say that I am paying money from my pocket and we will take care of you. We then made it a thing where we felt that sport should not make money. And that was
Mhm.
our socialist DNA. The
Okay.
socialist DNA says that making money is a crime
Mhm.
and making money from sport is a bigger crime. That's our socialist DNA.
Right.
And we were a socialist country till 1991, till we opened up our economy.
Right.
So I think that, and then obviously over the years, what has happened is that people sort of made it a thing that, oh, paisa bana raha hai sports se, and so on and so forth. And the solution that everybody, and including some learned coach as well, is that appoint a sports person. No, I won't get my Dhobi to be the editor of a newspaper just because he knows to wrap the newspaper with around my kapda. I won't let a chemist be my doctor just because he knows the medicine or loves the medicine. It is not about loving the sport. The problem is that now you have administrators in sport in India for the last 75 years where they say that we are doing it for the love of the sport. We don't get paid. Bloody well get paid.
Right.
Do a full-time job. I don't want you to be doing part-time work. The
Right.
thing is that honorary culture is the reason why Indian sport has not grown.
Mm.
There is no difference between a sports body in India and the residential society that you stay in, whichever part of India, because everything is registered under Societies Act. It has to be a company. Till that doesn't happen, you'll never grow. You'll only have these stories, are 4 saal mein ek baar, we love stories like, he's the son of a Mali, his father is a fruit seller, mother is a rickshaw driver, uncle is a farmer. We love all that every 4 years during Olympics. But the solution is in professionalizing the way you run your sport. This honorary culture was junked by the rest of the world in 60s, 70s, and 80s. India is probably one of the few countries where this honorary culture still continues. And that is why we underachieve as a sporting nation. You see, there are two models in the world. You either have the first world model, which is professional sport, uh, professionally run sporting organization, where you hire qualified people, you hire CEOs, CMOs, CFOs, or you be like China, one man, one rule, and everything. Both has
Right.
worked.
Right.
This in between thing where we'll do like we are doing like, why do you think we are underachieving? We are underachieving because I know that even if the team does not perform, I will continue.
Mm.
There is no accountability because you're not getting paid. Your
Right.
biggest defense is that I'm not getting paid. Why should I be accountable? To whom? I'm not getting paid by anybody. So we have the best management colleges in the country. Can't they produce CEOs, CMOs, CFOs to run sporting bodies? They can.
Of course. Yeah.
Then you don't have to depend on the government to such a large extent.
Yeah.
Now, the
That's
biggest
right.
excuse that is because you don't have qualified people to run.
Absolutely.
If
I
you want
agree.
to run camps, you don't need a honorary person to do that. Anybody can do that. But now this is now equal to power. This honorary culture is equal to power. I control what can happen. I control who travels. I control what happens. There have been situations where in most sporting bodies, including cricket, guys have got paid DATA, daily
Mm.
allowance, travel allowance. They say that we don't get paid, but sometimes they get paid for 420 days a year.
Mm.
So you make and it's all in cash. So you say you
Yeah.
don't get paid, but you get paid in the other way, which is not taxable.
Yeah, I think there is no reward system. You're right. There is no structure, and that's why we are struggling. There's no professional way for anyone to make money in sports in India, particularly in India.
The thing
And
is that there is a lot of work outside the official structure,
right,
but there is nothing inside.
inside.
Inside is still unprofessional. It's still amateur.
Right,
Where in the rest of the world, they junked this honorary system in the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
right.
You have CEOs running sport in USA, Canada, UK, Australia, South Africa, New Zealand,
Right.
Malaysia, Singapore.
That's right.
What do we have here? We have honorary structure because we have made it a thing that it is about getting elected, getting voted, because it is a condition that we have had since before independence. And that what does that promote? It promotes feudal structure.
Mm.
A Shane Warne could pick up the phone and could tell the CEO of Cricket Australia at any time using his first name. I say don't use the first name.
Yeah,
What he thought or what he felt or whatever it is.
right.
That doesn't happen in India. Will not
Yeah,
happen because there is a feudal structure that was established from before independence, and that has
right,
continued,
right,
and it will
right,
not go away till we don't ensure that sport is run on a professional basis. It has to be run like a proper company.
right,
It
right.
cannot be run like an amateur, for want of like that you have like different communities of their sabas or
Mm.
like clubs or something like that. It is not that. It is a company. It is a business. This
Yeah,
is the other thing that I've heard. Sport both commercialized हो गया. You can't survive.
absolutely.
Shah Rukh Khan said a very nice thing at a function to Arnab Goswami. गुर्बत में creativity नहीं होता.
Right,
मतलब when you're poor, there is no creativity.
right.
You need to feed your mouth to have something in your system
Yeah,
to be creative.
absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
need to pay people, make them accountable, set targets, have mission statements for 5 years from now, 10 years from now. There is no such thing because there is no professional setup in any
Right.
sport.
Right.
Any sport. I can tell you that for cricket as well. There is no setup.
So you think IPL hasn't changed that?
No, it is only changed for the franchises. Franchises
Hmm.
are already a company.
Hmm.
They are doing that. Cricket has not changed. I'm
Hmm.
separating the two.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
They are two separate things.
Right. And so I want to get to Indian football and ISL, but before that, I want to get more insights on IPL or, cricketing ecosystem in India. Like you have seen both the eras. You have seen Kapil Dev's time, right, when they won the World Cup. Things changed. There are a few stories made up. And then, there was sort of a professionalism getting into a bit of professionalism getting into the cricketers at that time. And now you see the modern era after the IPL. So, what are the some of the insights that you carry from that particular era to till this era? Like you mentioned, that it has not changed the cricket as of now. The franchisee is earning, the companies are earning. So give me some more insights on both the eras.
So I think the biggest myth is that cricket changed after 83 World Cup. No, it didn't.
Okay.
It changed only in the 90s after the economy opened up.
Yeah.
There was no money till 91.
Right. Right.
So, and this is a myth that has been propagated because I think it's been pretty like
Hmm.
very easy to propagate that. Also, a lot of mythology has been associated with the 83 World Cup win. It's
Right.
great win and everything,
Yeah.
but I think the bigger win was the 85 World Championship of Cricket under Sunil Gavaskar.
Hmm.
Uh, Also, uh, what has happened is that cricket, the franchises have grown post
Hmm.
the arrival of the IPL.
Hmm.
BCCI obviously gets a lot of money, state associations get a lot of money,
Hmm.
but it has not necessarily translated in terms of like um, infrastructure, development. Yes, we're building massive stadiums,
Hmm.
but the facilities are poor. The the viewer experience is not that great. What has happened is that people have started assuming that putting up floodlights is equal to development of infrastructure. And now the new fashion is to have massive stadiums with capacity in the upwards of about 80,000, 90,000, and so on. That is not
Right.
developed.
Right.
So what has happened is that the first part, so I would say that from January 1993, Indian cricket changed till uh, April 2008. So that was the first phase in my view,
Okay.
when the money came in, grew, and then exponentially kept growing and everything.
Right.
But that didn't result in uh, anything sensational for Indian cricket.
Hmm.
The second half, the franchises have grown, India as a brand has grown, IPL has grown, it has become a global property and all. Again, but I don't know how much it has helped India as a cricketing team. Because if you see, traditionally, we have been a very ordinary test team.
Hmm.
And what has happened is that since so again it is linked to our DNA
Yeah.
since before independence, where we were first scared to enforce a win. That's why it took us 20 years to win a test match. And then after that, the socialist era in the 50s and 60s ensured that we will not force a win because we were scared of what if we win. It's only when Mansur Ali Khan Pataudi came that the mindset changed, because he came from an aristocratic background. He went to
Hmm.
England, learned county cricket, learned that people play for a win and everything. So he pushed for a win. It changed for a bit in the chaotic 70s, but in 80s, the biggest disservice that happened to Indian Test cricket was winning the 83 World Cup.
Hmm.
When we won the World Cup, and this has been a trend that has happened in Indian cricket. When you win a World Cup in ODIs, 83 we won. You know, Kapil Dev, from about December 1981 to about November 1984, India won one or two test matches only. Kapil Dev did not win a test match for 3 years as a captain. And you know, it has a knock-on effect on India's test match cricket. Now, same thing happened in 2011 after India won the World Cup. India became too
Hmm.
cocky and too overconfident. You were blanked 4-0 in England, 4-0 in Australia, and then you were also wiped out at home by England in 2012. So it has a knock-on effect. Yes, cricket has grown. Yes, there is money. Yes, there is everything. But it is the the creamy layer that
Mhm.
is that's a, there's a associated ecosystem,
Absolutely.
but they make money out of not at the same level, but because being part of the ecosystem. But as a sport, it has taken 25 years for BCCI to build a center of excellence.
Mhm.
It took a BCCI about 15 years to build their own headquarters. Uh, we don't have a centralized development program. State associations, some of them are in shambles. Some of the state associations are in court because of the way it is administered. So all that put together, the IPL is a fantastic property. The franchises are making money, BCCI is making money, but it is at that level, and the players are making money. But there needs to be a bigger trickle down effect of whatever is being made at the highest level.
Right. And what
And
are
the
your suggestions? Yeah.
players need to make a lot more money. The player money that they are making right now is not enough.
Is it? Because in 90s, I remember, Ranji players were not getting anything. But now I see their pay has gone up. And of
Well,
course,
it's very, very, very ordinary. Very
okay.
ordinary.
Okay.
Very ordinary. That's why a lot of cricketers are retiring, left, right, and center. If they don't make it to the IPL team, and if they
Hmm.
are not in the running for the IPL team, they've retired. Vijay Shankar has retired. Murugan Ashwin has retired. A lot of them in their early 30s are retiring and going.
Right.
Because now there are more opportunities there are opportunities to play in leagues abroad. You can play the veterans league, you can play leagues abroad. Now even a country like UAE, which doesn't give passports, have started giving passports for
Hmm.
players. 3 Indian players have got passports recently to play for UAE. So the
Hmm.
opportunities are there for them, so they will leave and go. There's no point. There is no contract system at the state level. Mumbai Cricket Association has just announced that from the upcoming season they are going to give contracts to the players. So where is the somebody has to
Right.
think about that. Think about it this way, Siddharth, that only 170 Indian cricketers play the IPL every year, because 17 Indian players, 8 overseas player maximum make up an IPL squad. I'm talking about 170. Of the 170, 60 are playing for India in some or the other format. That
Right.
leaves you with 110, which keeps rolling every year. If I don't perform this year, next year I'm not sure of being retained or being played. Then the
Right.
next year I'm gone. So where does that leave me? There is no, you're dependent on jobs with the companies. Companies like public sector units, petroleum
Yeah.
companies, banks, insurance, so on and so forth. They offer
Airlines.
jobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Airlines has gone. Airlines has
Okay.
gone. Air India, till it was a public sector unit, used to employ both men and women. Now it is
Hmm.
gone because it's a private entity. Railways is the biggest employer,
Right.
even now, because they have a team. Now, the thing is that not everybody can post retirement get into commentary, get into
Yeah.
coaching, or do something else. What do they do? Is there a skill development available for them? Like my CEO at the International Cricket Council when I was working at the ICC in Dubai was David Richardson, a former South Africa wicketkeeper, but he was also a qualified lawyer.
Mhm.
Not everybody is getting into that space. Not everybody is being encouraged to think about being a professional, because it goes back to the setup being,
Okay.
we
Yeah.
are okay being an honorary setup, being secretary, joint secretary, treasurer, and till you don't move from secretary to CEO, treasurer to CFO, you
Yeah.
will always be floating in mediocrity in any sport.
Right. Right. So that's a great insight, but how do we change this system? Any particular suggestion that you have? If not cricket, then maybe some other sport we can start very small and then we can, set an example. Okay, this is the ecosystem. That's how it works, and that's how you should lead for other sports.
It will never happen in India. Never happen. There is no point in giving a suggestion. The courts tried with cricket.
Mhm.
Everything has been watered down.
Okay.
So it will never happen in India. It is a system which is here to stay
Okay.
because of the way we were before independence, and we
Mhm.
continue. So that feudal mindset is there. We think that the person in charge is our my baap. That whole old mindset from before independence has come. It's continued. So it will never change. We will be mediocre like this only. and
Right.
we'll be an underachieving sporting nation always because of the way we run our sport. See, there are two Team Indias, one which is on the field.
Right.
We expect the Team India on the field to be the best, be professional, be fit, be everything possible. But
Right.
we don't care about the Team India of the field. We want Sachin Tendulkar to run cricket. No, it is not about that. We want PT Usha to run athletics. No, it is not like that. It has to be about professionals.
Yeah, they can be brand ambassadors of the game.
No, they don't need to be brand ambassador. They don't need to be brand ambassador.
Okay.
The sport has to speak for itself. This is another thing that has happened.
Okay.
Was Shane Warne ever a brand ambassador in Australia? No. Was Seb Coe, who's now the World Athletics Body chairman, was he ever the brand ambassador for? No, he was not. It is about professionals. It's about the system.
Okay.
The mistake that we make is that we make the individual bigger than the sport. It is about the
Okay.
system that matters. The system has to continue.
So let's say we want to build a system now. I mean, forget the mindset, forget the history. We want to build a system right now. Let's say for football. I'm talking about football because I think if a community of right people gets into it right now, it can be changed over 10 years or 15 years in time. So what should these guys do, or what should this community do to avoid, I mean, to create a system, not like you mentioned, we make players like a godlike figure. So what can we do in that situation?
We are already late. It's too late. Football missed the bus 10 years ago when there was
Mhm.
an opportunity with the league. It's gone now. It's gone forever.
So what could have been done 10 years ago, according to you?
Then 10 years ago, you should have had a better plan with regards to football, with regards to grassroots, with regards
Mhm.
to the league. It was messy the way it was done because whoever wanted to run that league, I don't want to take the name,
Mhm.
wanted to control the sport because there were other motives over there. So that moment has gone.
Mhm.
We will be wallowing in mediocrity even in football forever because you need to start at a younger age
Right.
and there is no plan. There is no future. There is no absolutely no plan. And you
Right.
have allowed the sport which had potential to just fritter away. Just fritter away. We'll forever be a country which is enamored by European and South American football, but we'll never be a football nation because we missed that opportunity. It's gone. It will never come.
So I think first setting up the, what I can understand is setting up the right mission. I'm not going to say that if AFF is going to do it or some other body, but setting up the right mission and then executing it very quickly on the grassroots. Maybe like you mentioned that at the school level, at the college level, and then at the club level or national level, whatever it is. So that can maybe change a bit of course or bring a structure in this ecosystem, I think. Now, maybe, I mean, we have talked a lot about football, cricket. Now, let's talk about the sports journalism space, right? So, I think I'm not sure since I'm not from the sports journalism background, so I can't comment anything. But I want to understand from you, like over the last 30, 40 years, what changes have you observed in sports journalism? And if someone who is new, young, wants to make a career into sports journalism, where should he or she start?
So yeah, there's been a lot of changes. Obviously, first it was print, then television came into it. Now digital, social media, and everything has come into it. Uh, so writing has gone out of business. So it doesn't pay as much, and there is also if someone wants to get into it, they'll have to be prepared to say. I'm saying purely from the point of view of Test match cricket. You don't expect to write opinion pieces in the first. You have to go out
Mm,
say report on you have to go out report on
mm.
school cricket, college cricket, club cricket, Ranji Trophy.
Ranji, yeah.
It took me about 4 years to get a byline for a test match. So now and the problem is that now everybody wants to give an opinion. Nobody wants to be a reporter. Nobody wants to report.
Oh,
That's the problem with our generation. There's a big difference between opinion and reporting.
right.
News reporting has gone out of fashion.
Right.
Maybe because of fear, maybe because of whatever it is.
Because of
Everybody,
virality, maybe. Yeah.
no, 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 not because of virality. Not because of virality. It's because of fear.
Okay.
Let's be clear, there is fear. And also because people don't know how to get information now. The reporter, the old-fashioned reporter has gone out of business.
Okay.
And everybody wants to write opinion. Even kids who pass out from college want to write about test match cricket. That doesn't work that way. You have to earn your right to be writing an opinion. That takes about 15 years in journalism. Okay, now it might take about 8 years. You can't start writing opinion on test matches. And
Right.
if people want to know opinion, they will read Gavaskar's column. It's not about you. It's about reporting. It's about getting information. That needs to come. And I don't see the new generation wanting to do that anymore.
Right. So let's say there are few people who wants to get into reporting, not opinion writing. So what are the fundamentals? I mean, you said you have to go out, look out for, you have to go out for the school
Yeah,
call. Yeah.
yeah. So I'll tell you, develop sources,
Okay.
develop contacts,
Okay.
get to know people, talk to them, develop information, keep talking to them, and more importantly, listen. Do not speak over somebody. When
Mm.
somebody is giving you information, don't give your opinion at that time.
Okay.
Never talk over somebody. Let that person tell you whatever he or she knows. Use that information in your reporting.
Mm.
Develop your source.
Right.
That's how you get to know who's going to get selected, who's going to get dropped, who's going to be picked, not picked. That's how it happens. Because people are developing sources, talking to their sources, getting information, getting off the record briefing, understanding off the record what is happening.
Right.
So all these things have to be developed,
Right.
and you need to have great people skill for that.
And then let's talk about your journey quickly. Quickly, you were in journalism, and then you went to started your own business. So, what was that shift, and what was that trigger point that you had to start your own content business?
So yeah, I stopped being a journalist in 2008.
Mhm.
Uh, and after that, I have not been in journalism. I was cricket writer with the Indian Express and Times of India. Then I moved to Neo Cricket as assistant editor.
Yeah.
And after that, I was with the IPL as the content head of the website. Then I moved to Dubai with the International Cricket Council, was
Mm.
part of the media and communications team. And then I came back in 2014. That's when I decided that I can parallelly set up a
Mhm.
content business where I also do PR work because I know media, I
Yeah.
understand media. I create opportunities for players, get them appearances and stuff like that. Plus, simultaneously, you'll see the books behind me.
Right.
All the
Yeah.
4 books that I've written is right behind me.
Right.
The Dhawan autobiography, Sanat Jayasuriya, the World Cup heroes, and 75
Mm.
years that you spoke about. So I write also, I teach,
Right.
I do commentary. I've done
Mm.
commentary in Bangladesh, Qatar, everywhere. So
Right.
nowadays that's also changed. Right? It's no longer commentary where the channel employs you. It's
Right.
the world feed commentary is done by the board that organizes the event. So
Right.
whether it is Bangladesh, then it's Bangladesh Cricket Board, so on and so forth. So that's how it works in cricket. And setting up the content business was logical in my view because there's a lot more that I can do. I have a YouTube channel where I about 125,000 subscribers now. That's going well as well. So that's where I am right now.
Right. So I think I'm asking this question because a lot of viewers, a lot of people who wants to get into the sports and make a living out of it can learn from your journey, right? So let's say if a guy wants to become a commentator or get into the I don't know content creation business in sports, where should he or she start and what can be the roadmap for them?
Basically, where you need to start is that you need to start with reading.
Okay.
I think reading has gone out of business.
Mhm.
You need to start reading. People don't read enough.
And but unfortunately, like we don't have too much of for example, in my case in football, we don't have too much of articles published on football or news published on football. So like, is
You
there
can
a
read worldwide. You can read stuff that is happening worldwide.
okay? And so do you have any specific sources where someone can go and read and get
Lots of
knowledge?
stuff, lots of places, Guardian, all the British newspapers,
Hmm.
American newspapers. Read everything possible. Get information.
Okay,
Get information. That's the most important thing.
okay, interesting. I mean, I'm sure a lot of young people watching this episode might get benefit from this. And so, do you see any particular system which is interesting to learn from? Because my point of view, I think football in US, women's football in US,
Yeah, women's football in US, women's football in UK, those are all great. I think
mhm,
women's football in US especially is fantastic.
right,
Uh, Within India, there is nothing.
right, and not even the women IPL which is happening. I think is it the same story?
Yeah, it'll take a long time. Yeah, it'll take a long, long time for it to get to wherever it has to get. Right?
Right. Well, I mean, that's great. Any advices for very small content creators like us? Uh, I mean, it's been a while. We have been there for 4 years. Any particular feedback for us or anything which we can do to, influence or maybe create a structured system in the sport?
Nothing, yeah. Matlab, you just have to break into the official world. Till you don't do that, you will not be able to do anything. You can keep doing whatever you want to outside.
Right.
Unfortunately, real change comes from within,
Mm.
like in individuals.
Mm. So it means that we have to tie up with FIFA or all the other big guys. Then maybe we will be able to
Yeah, yeah,
bring any real changes.
yeah,
Right. Okay, I think that's a great feedback, and I think that's a great summary. I mean, whatever you have said, I mean, I agree to some extent, not totally agree, because I have seen people working hard, and yes, there are issues, yes, there are stories, yes, there are mindset, but I think someone has to be optimist to change or
yeah,
drive this change, right?
yeah,
So I think that's really great listening from you, understanding the key insights from you. I'm sure some of the listeners or viewers who are watching this will get inspired and hopefully bring some change within the ecosystem, within the sporting ecosystem.
yeah,
So thank you very much for your time, Chandresh. It was pleasure speaking with you, and
yeah,
we will connect again.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.